why would any sane person have a laminated picture of a wrecked car on their fridge? I think the reason we've got the picture on the fridge is because it was part of the family and an important part of the family because it saved our lives. I looked at the speedo, we were only doing about 93 kilometres an hour, and with that Julie said, "Look out for that bloke." And I looked up and said, "What bloke?" All of a sudden everything went white, all the airbags went off. I could feel the car drift slowly to the right and then roll. We rolled 1.5 times, landed on our roof. I said to Julie, I said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Come on, let's get out of here." It was like a slow motion thing where things had been taken out of my hands, out of my control, and it was like a feeling of just having to let things take their course. But I didn't feel scared at all. It's like I was in a cocoon and I was safe. The front of the car, from the driver's side of my grille, everything from there was bent straight back and pushed under. The driver's side front wheel and suspension was all ripped out and pushed under the car, and it was back near the initial impact zone. We'd travelled, I think, about 30 or 40 metres further down the road. Every panel on the poor little thing had been dented or scratched or damaged in some way. Generally the body was still in the same shape. He had similar front end damage to his car, and he was trapped by his legs, I believe, in the car. He was unconscious, and I know he had a broken leg. So he got knocked around pretty bad, whereas we had one of those rides you don't want to pay for at Luna Park. When I hopped out of the car after the accident, I had bare feet. I couldn't find my shoes anywhere. It was later on when we got to the wreckers that I found, well, they were still there where my feet had come out of them. So that explains the power of the impact. And to still be able to walk, it makes you think. Well, we had to wait around on the side of the road for about 2 hours while they cut this other bloke out of his car. In that time, we've got to sit in the back of the ambulance. I'm not sure if it was the policeman or the ambulance driver had said that he'd seen a lot of Subarus go through horrific damage, and the amount of people who got out without a scratch was surprising, he said. When it was all said and done and I looked back at what had happened, I felt compelled to write to Subaru to thank them for building a car that I genuinely, honestly believe saved my life. If I'd been in any other car that I've had, I may have not been killed, but I honestly believe I wouldn't have been walking. There are things that I just felt safe in the car, and I wanted to thank them for it.